Kim Harris, and today I'm going to be talking to you about family, business, or me. Who is first? Many times we're just, when we have things can change so suddenly, just like they did for COVID. And sometimes we can be prepared, but other times not as much. And as much risk as we can take off of the table, the better off we are. But many times, just like COVID, it hit, these sudden changes hits us out of the blue, sweeps us off our feet, engulfs us in a state of uncertainty, uneasiness, and agitation. So all of us have careers, our dream business. We might be independent agents, network marketing, be a mom or dad, have kids or teenagers, retired. Maybe this has caused us to lose lifestyle that we were used to. But, if we don't take care of ourselves, we're not going to be able to live life to the fullest. And we're used to hearing that. And I believe in exercise and eating healthy, but that's not what I'm talking about today. So I'm talking about making decisions that can help you take care of yourself, your business, and your family. So this is part one of I've done case studies on clients that I have, and their stories about how unexpected crises have affected them. And we're going to talk about what can be done to help reduce the impact on our family, our business, and ourselves. So we're going to start out by meeting Christy and talking about the unique Promising Care Plan. Christy's hard-working, hard-charging, always busy, network marketer. She loves to volunteer. She's a wife and a mom. And then a sudden change, a storm hit her. What do you do about your aging parents? Her mom fell again, and the doctor said she can't live alone. So the stress started on Christy. She started thinking about, I'm going to lose my edge in business, my income could decrease. What about my relationship with my husband? I don't give the kids enough attention as it is. I'll have to put my life on hold again, and just put everything on the back burner. And she was feeling confused about the decisions she was having to make, past promises to her parents that she wouldn't put them in a nursing home, and then the guilt that she didn't want to have to take care of her mom, but she wouldn't have been able to live with herself if she didn't. So mom moved in, and Christy did put her life on hold. But what happened that she didn't expect is that she became totally depleted mentally, physically, and emotionally, where it was just tough to function in life. Eventually, mom passed, and she felt guilty because she was secretly glad that she didn't have to do for her mom what she had done for the past several months. And gradually, she regained her strength, her energy, her relationships, and her career. Then Aunt Barbara suffered a stroke. Fortunately, she recovered in rehab, but she knew it was just going to be a matter of time before she was going to need to be a caregiver to her aunt, because Aunt Barbara had no children. But she made a decision, not again. She had to protect herself, her family, and her business. She learned a lot while caring for her mom, things that would help her from having to put her life on hold again. So together they considered the options for planning. It was really nice because Aunt Barbara was able to choose the plan she wanted so she could age with dignity. So what planning options are available for Aunt Barbara? Well, a lot of people think of Medicaid first. The only problem with that is that you have to spend down all of your assets to $2,000 unless you have done advanced legal planning 5 years ahead of time. And so we're going to look at long-term care services. Now, there is a premium, And the only problem with long-term care is that she just had a stroke. So she's not going to qualify. So they looked into a deferred special annuity. And now that she could qualify for. And that was a better choice, is what she thought about, rather than a traditional long-term care policy, because if she didn't use it, what was the account value that was in there would have been able passed on to her beneficiary. And then the other option was a hybrid life insurance and long-term care choice. But again, she couldn't qualify for the life insurance, so that wasn't an option. So they looked at short-term care insurance. She could recuperate at home. The benefits were going to be paid directly to her regardless of her health insurance. It would help cover deductibles, co-payments, and a prior hospitalization stay is not required. So it wasn't, you have to be hospitalized prior to receiving benefits, and with short-term care you don't have to be. You know, the short of it is short-term care is a lot less expensive than long-term care insurance. It pays benefits for 1 to 2 years, and it's easier to qualify for than traditional long-term care insurance. Now, if you are able to qualify for long-term care insurance and you can afford it, that's definitely something that should be considered to take the risk off of the table to protect your assets and your retirement. So let's look, we're going to look at this one particular plan. So $150 a day daily benefit for a 65-year-old, $26 a month. $300 daily benefit, $49 a month. A $450 daily benefit, $55 a month. These are all at age 65, so you can see they're very, very affordable. And so these are some of the things that covers that you can have somebody come into your home to help you. Again, you can have a combination of those. It's just for the daily benefit amount of whichever plan that you do choose. Plus, there's a prescription drug benefit. Now, you can use this, and even when you are not utilizing the short-term care part. So no matter what your Part D, if you're on Medicare, or what your health insurance pays, you're reimbursed $10 for every generic prescription drug and $25 for the name brand drugs. And it's limited depending on which policy that you choose. The other option that Aunt Barbara and Christy looked at was a nationwide home care plan. Now, this is different from short-term care insurance. There's memberships, and it provides 2 choices of home care service. No medical underwriting, no age limits. You have choice of what type of service you have. One of your choices is called agency hours. It's a non-medical home care company that's licensed and bonded, and it is in their network agency. And they assist with the activities of daily living. The other choice is called anytime hours. One of the things I want to tell you about the agency hours is you can have that 5 days a week, up to 5 hours a day. Anytime hours, you can choose a trusted friend or neighbor who will be paid to provide essential care assistance. And it's available 24/7 every day, including overnight. And they usually pay those people, your friend or relative or neighbor, around $12.50 an hour. And that's to help, then you don't have to feel guilty about asking someone to help you. They can be reimbursed for what they do. So suitability for enrollment, which basically, this is the medical question. I do not you have to it's a kind of an affidavit that you do not currently need or receive any assistance from family or friends and you live independently. And if you qualify for that, then if you can say that, then you qualify for this home care plan. So I want to look briefly and just, it's membership hours. So like this plan for $95 a month, it's 1,500 lifetime membership hours. And there's specifics and everything to it that I'm not going to go into. $95 a month. Current retail value of $37,500. So the reason there's an asterisk by that 37,000 is because as inflation occurs, that value could go up. They have never raised their monthly prices. There's a 3,000 lifetime membership hours for $175 a month, 6,000 lifetime hours for $295 a month, and 10,000 lifetime hours for $475 a month. So they always advise that you choose the plan that you can afford, because once you use all of those hours, you cannot buy another plan. The other thing that Aunt Barbara and Christy considered was legal planning. And many ask, why do I show a sandwich like this? Well, everybody's different. Everybody has different things on their plate, on their, situations, circumstances, whether it's land, businesses, problems with adoption or other family relationships. And as we sit down and look at everything, then we're able to better determine what you exactly need. But part of the legal planning should be advanced medical directives. Now, I do have one if anyone does want an advanced medical directive. I can provide that free of charge. They're approved by the state of Texas. And that's something that all of us need to have, no matter how old we are. A financial power of attorney is also needed, and then a trust to be able to protect and manage assets, and a will. So when we talk about trust, I would say about 80% of the people, the families that I sit down and talk to, they do need a trust, because it makes management of assets so much easier. Creditor protection, divorce protection. There are tax benefits. It avoids probate. So every time you have just a will, and even when you have a trust, you will have a will as well. But a trust avoids probate. In other words, your information stays private. So you may put a little bit more money, spend a little bit more money up front for a trust than what you would for a will. However, you do not have to go through probate. And I haven't ever heard of an attorney around here starting a probate for any less than $2,000 as a deposit. And many times it's much, much more. A trust also avoids guardianship and conservatorship, which if you have to have those over a parent or a loved one, they are very expensive, and basically you answer to a judge on how you're managing your loved one's life. So caring for aging parents and relatives is a common example of a very sudden change. So as we look at this for maybe ourselves or our parents or loved ones, we've got to consider longevity of life, because people are living longer. And you're going to be able, before something happens, you have the ability to choose your options, to choose what you want to do. I always ask people, how long did your parents live? How about your grandparents? What are the normal health problems? And that kind of gives you an idea of, so we can match health span to lifespan. The most important thing is that I've experienced for the past, many years of working with older people, is that they want to age with dignity. And by planning ahead of time, it allows them to age with dignity, to be able to have peace of mind, protecting their hard-earned money that they've worked for, so they don't have to be afraid. A plan for your loved ones will minimize the impact on your family, your business, and yourself. So the tools we looked at from the Unique Promising Care Plan: long-term care insurance, short-term care insurance, a home care plan, legal planning. And so I would encourage you to make an appointment today so that you can ask questions, whether it be about yourself or a family member. So I'm Kim Harris, an income specialist with Advanced Retirement Planning.